I'll continue this thing here. Yeah. Alright, you know how this works now, so hey, I'm not going to say it. I'll just continue here. Alright, I'll just continue here. Okay. Anybody who watches those videos, talk about these videos. Anybody who watches those videos and read our posts will be able to see that you are retarded. The politically correct term is mentally challenged. Mentally challenged. Or as I prefer it, special. Maybe I should not expect much from an intellectually limited individual who cannot even distinguish his post from my post. Man, you are just so mean. Listen, homo, the politically correct term that won't turn off your liberal base is gay. I gave you the Muslim hadith and the Abu Dawud hadith, but false. False. You gave me the Muslim one and lied by trying to say the Dawud 22150 was the same as Muslim 83432. You liar. Then you made the mistake of giving a Muslim site, Sunnah.com, that proved this. For why would they translate Dawud 22150 the way infidels show it when exposing how they feel Islam is evil? Why? Does that make sense to you? That a Muslim site would have it the way the infidels have it, in English, where it says in the presence of their husbands who are unbelievers. Again, what's that say for Islam? They can only be defended through lies. What's wrong with this picture, folks? No? Any guess? These two hadith are referring to the same incident, right? The English translation of Dawud is wrong. The incident Dawud is wrong. Aren't you supposed to lie to Kia for the best of deceivers and not have a question mark at the end of that sentence? Anybody with half brain can understand. Tell me about it. Two reasons. One, the Arabic text does not match the English translation. That Muslim site you accidentally sent me to, Sunnah.com, looked pretty recent. How come the Dawud 22150 of that Muslim site has the Dawud 22150, the Sunnah Abu Dawud 22150, that infidels show when exposing how they feel Islam to be evil? How come? Does that make sense to you? Again, what's that say for Islam when it can only be defended through lies? What's wrong with this picture, folks? Any guess? Show me where in the Arabic text it says, in the presence of their husbands, asked you zillion times, yet you have failed to answer. Since you said you don't know Arabic, if I showed it to you in Arabic, well, how would you know? You are lion rat. How? Oh, that's right, because in Islam, animals and even ants talk, thus can lie. Got it. So Muslims, and he's talking about Sahih Muslim, and Abu Dawud hadith are the same incident, right? If they are the same incidents, why are they translated very differently? Thanks to Muslim 83433, which you always ignore, and of course I found that he also ignores 83431, you find out they don't differ at all, except for the quote, in the presence of their husbands, that's with a Dawud. With Sahih Muslim 83433, you still see how Muslims can have sex with the women of polytheist husbands. I know you know this, because I don't think you are that stupid. You are just trying to pull in a blamer and lie about this fact, and that's all. The Arabic texts are very similar, but the English translations are miles apart from each other. If so, then who was the infiltrator of Sunnah.com to make it like the way the worst of creation, infidels, have it? Did you know I never heard of that Muslim site, Sunnah.com, until you brought it to my attention? What's that tell you? By the way, I made videos of this passage in that Muslim website just in case they change it to the way you so desperately want it to be changed. Just so you change it. The videos of this passage in that Muslim website, just in case they change it to the way you so desperately want it to be, and change history. Don't just say the inconsistency of you. Yes, I do. Of course, you don't because it works for you. Aren't you to lie, Takia, and not admit that? You pick on the Abu Dawud translation, not the Muslim translation, because it works for your purposes. No, I use a Muslim translation as well. I use Muslim 834-33 and show how the women of polytheistic husbands can be used for sex with the handy-down of Quran 424. It is you who tried to hide this fact. Again, what's it say for Islam when it can only be defended through lies? And since he calls me a fag and a homo and a retard, what's it say about Islam? It can only be defended through ad hominem as well, personal attack. What's that? What's wrong with this picture, folks? Any guess? No. Now you know why you are a lying fag. Since Muslims tend to say the opposite of what is true, I'll take that as a compliment. How's that? I have challenged you about finding a conflict in Quran. When? You accepted the challenge. Oh, I thought that challenge was for something else. Are you saying a conflict in the Quran will get you out of Islam? Then you asked your question and then backed off. You mean Sunnah Abu Dawud 220 and 50, being that the series is about that? You think so, eh? Why did you do that, homo? How did I back off from Sunnah Abu Dawud 220 and 50? Looking for another corrupted hadith to undermine the verses? Ha ha ha. Thanks to the very next part of Muslim, Sahih Muslim 834-33, and as I found out today, Muslim 834-31, you'll see no conflict for the women of the wives of polytheists can be sexed up due to the handy-down of Quran 424. Only in the quote presence of is missing in Muslim, that's all. But it's not missing in Dawud 220-50, as that Muslim site Sunnah.com can attest, and as I can attest now, thanks to making video recordings of that site before Muslims might change Dawud 220-50 on that site. Went to a site today and I saw them blacking, not blacking it, but really they used yellow it out. And at other sites I went to, they totally skipped that part. They don't have Dawud 221-50 in there. They actually removed it. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why. Make sure it is Sahih one this time. Don't have to. For Muslim 834-33 does it for me. Muslim is Sahih. Yeah, Sahih Muslim is Sahih. Bring it on, gladly. We should also talk about Christian, how it is corrupted. Even though the Quran says it confirms the Injil, and the Quran, and in Quran 10:94 tells you to come to me for my reading the before scriptures, Bible. If you're in doubt about the quote clear signs, Quran, you know what the people like you have. You know what people like you have corrupted the Christianity. The Christianity, that sounds very Muslim. No. You are an idiot who reads his very own comments and tell people that they are my comments. I only screwed up a couple of times. Most of the time, when I'm doing the mock Arabic accent, I'm reading your comments. What happened, what screwed me up here is that he would take my words to make it look like, and I'd be reading my words, thinking it was my words when actually he was just taking my words to comment on them. So that screwed me up. I am trying to understand whether you are intellectually limited or just an evil liar. Well, I know what you are, and I don't think you are intellectually limited. Again, what's it say for Islam when it can only be defended through lies and ad hominem, calling it fag and a retard and stuff like that? What's wrong with this picture, folks? What's wrong with it? That Islam can only be defended through lies. Any guess? By the way, you keep calling me a homo. If I were a homo, I think I'd be a Muslim, being that they, Allah, since it uses the real plural so much, Circus Unforgivable calls itself we and our and us, to show respect for itself, So out of respect for Allah, I call it we. I call it they, them, and those. Well, since it promises you 500 virginal, chaste, fresh, young, eternal boys to feed me grapes around my eternally erect penis that's palm tree sized, if I kill for them, and again, Allah being that Allah likes to talk like he's the demon-possessed man in the Injil who called himself Legion, for he was many, and it was using the real plural. I mean, how homo is that? And if I were a homo, it seems I want to be a Muslim because patooties are up in the air 5 times a day, every day. I think I'd be mad at old Mo for talking old Al down from 50 bars a day to the current 5. I know. It's just not enough patootie in here, don't you think? Yeah. Okay. Then anyway, what happened was I went to Google Translate and I started experimenting with the Arabic here. I think I'll end it here. Huh? Oh, okay. I'll end it here. Bye.